Oh, oh my gosh. Fuck, man. Oh my freaking gosh. Yes.
Strapped up. We strapped up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas side.
I'm streaming, by the way.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Bro, come on, you've been down the
I'm streaming,
entire
by the way.
game.
And you've been... yep, now.
You've been down the entire game.
And you've been playing computer defense.
In Houston.
I've been playing a little bit on ice.
That's fielded in the end zone.
What's our rule on computer defense,
You're
Rich?
taking advantage.
Yeah, it can't happen.
You know how to switch with the screen.
What is that, Rich?
Can't happen. Computer D, that's an automatic loss.
That's what I told him. But it's cool.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll take the loss if that's how you want it. Just I already know how we just played the game. Though I saw what happened, so it's like that's cool.
Alright, looking to win my first Madden game. Get it.
Throwing on first down.
Devin, we gotta run this back. I'm not gonna lie.
He finds Robinson, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
You said what, Devin?
I said, nah, we probably see each other twice. We're gonna have our rematch.
Oh shit, I just picked the play. I ain't even look at it.
You're a coward.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
I'm so mad, bro.
You know, saying that too. So,
they'll run it for the first time with Williams. They find some open field here. And now look at him go. The 20.
Oh, my bad.
Damian Williams, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one.
Katie was not clutch this game, bro.
1-2, end zone.
That game was a bunch of bullshit. I'm over it.
hey, I bought the
So with the missed PAT in his rear
Hey,
mirror,
Devin,
he
if you're
goes back out to
looking
kick
in the
this
chat,
one off.
please watch the stream and then watch the run that I just made, bro.
You said watch what?
Watch the like scroll back and watch the play that just happened, please.
Like
Somebody needs to see that run I just made, bro.
Which one is it?
It's the Battle of the Scrubs.
Whoa.
Nah, I'm clipping
Why does Steven
that.
do that?
Nah,
Steven simmed
that hoe
like,
was kind of crazy.
Steven simmed like 40 games.
Let me see. I ain't gonna lie, this is the first game. Look at cool 26.
Watts will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 26.
Morris was in this whole team. I ain't gonna lie, my whole team.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I lost to Devin.
Emmanuel Agba there on the stop.
That I was
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly,
I was
swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
That
was good recognition on that play.
Run it back. We'll find out.
Do we play each other again? I'm really not finna play right now. I'll play you later. It's
run it right now. Run it right now.
Nah, I'm not finna run it right now.
Johnson's got it complete.
Hey, don't look at tape. He'll run it again.
And that'll bring
You're
up
going to get hurt
down.
so bad later.
Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
The run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From the 50, it's Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. This is Miller, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 50 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Hey, Rich.
What's up?
I can't even.
Kaimi
You don't have to clip
Fairbairn
that
on
off
for the
in front of
extra
me.
point.
Like, I got distracted and now I don't know where it was.
I'm going to have to clip it after this game, don't worry.
Look at Chiefs, right?
And he's got it up
Yeah.
and through.
Yeah, who won the first game?
No, I played Steve the first game. I think he even blew me out, but like,
Who won?
yeah, he blew me out.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this
What kind of
drive.
play is this?
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the toss, here's Williams. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
7, Chiefs 6.
on 2nd and 9. Mahomes complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 46-yard line.
Number 53, Mike 53. Two. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. 59.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. In the face. Check. Big edge. Sponge. Put the boys down. He's coming. Go. Motion. Hey, we got to sign up. Go.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Hey, 59. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike 53. Down and go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Alert! 53, check 53. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 53's Mike. Check 53. Hey, what's the ball? 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Rip left, rip left. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And back to the ground. Hyde. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I got you, punk.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Good set. 19.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. He finds Hopkins complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yards on the return that time, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Bernard McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Check 53. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 53 is the mic.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he slings one that's incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Back to throw. That is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whitney merciless in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Hey, watch that.
Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
I'm coming for it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Here's the part now. Hey,
Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. They were looking for Johnson that time.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Yellow. Check 41. All day, baby, all day.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Hey, Devin. Is Devin in here? Hey, Devin. Devin, please answer me, bro. Devin, please.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.